That's garbage. You don't need to be a Puritan to think so. It is. It's garbage. It's aimed at young American girls, maybe your girls, your granddaughters. And what is it doing to them? Can you even imagine what it's doing to them? People are getting rich pushing that crap on the country, and they should be ashamed of themselves. But they're not ashamed of themselves.
Female rap is pretty controversial. Can we agree on that at least? Whether you love it or hate it, it's a pretty interesting thing to really analyze, like I did for days upon days and hours upon hours. So I'm glad you're tuning in. While the female rap industry do have some great, incredible stories, I don't, at least not right now, take female rap seriously. And I feel like a ton of other people don't as well. But before we get into this video, I want to say I appreciate all you guys that watch these videos. You all give me the motivation to keep uploading, and for that, I thank you. Like the video and subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. Let's start this off the right way. I repeat, I'm gonna say this again. I repeat, this is a not misogynistic Andrew Tate sort of video.
I'm the guy you leave in the desert to die, and 2 days later I pull up at your house in a Lambo, in a mink coat.
I love female rap and I love female artists. We didn't dive that far into the masculine well, all right? Even though my analytics would say otherwise. Now that's out the way, let's really get started. Since its inception in the 1970s, hip-hop has been a heavily male-dominated genre. However, females have always been around, but rarely pushed to the forefront of rap. Artists like Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, and Lauryn Hill were some early innovators of the genre to essentially produce artists like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Doja Cat. Personally, for me, Nicki Minaj is probably the best bar-for-bar female rapper of all time, especially if you're talking about consistency and longevity. People who argue that literally blows my mind, but I digress. It's a couple reasons why I feel like a ton of people don't take female rap seriously, but I'll try not to give you a constitutional size length video. One of the reasons why is that at its core, the female rap industry is a joke. Yeah, you heard me perfectly. It's a joke. How can an industry that literally profits off the exploitation of women's bodies and how good of a twerker she is can ever be seen as a legitimate art? Let's really break it down. Let's get into the nit and gritty of this situation. I'm gonna say some truths that I feel like some people are scared to say, but you know, they're truths nonetheless. If you're conventionally attractive and don't mind dating rappers back to back like Ruby Rose, okay, you're given the look of a legitimate female rap artist. But if you really are in your bag and you take the game seriously, just as seriously as any other male, like Chica, No Name, Rico Nasty, Tierra Whack, I personally feel like you don't get enough love, especially for the talent and obvious love and obvious passion they have for the craft. These women have that, and that's what I value most in a rapper, for male or female. If I hear your music and it sounds like you're genuinely having fun, you got a fan out of me. I might not listen to your song every day, but you got a fan nonetheless. Honestly, ask yourself if you were to draw up the hypothetical archetype for a successful female rapper. You would say 90% of the time, a silicone body and colored hair. Yeah, that's basically what you need to become a successful female rap artist, if history proves itself true. Oh yeah, and she can rap a little. Sometimes. Essentially, the female rap industry is seen by millions all over the world as just a bad joke. Another reason why I don't take female hip-hop serious anymore is because it's drowning in it can only be one syndrome. And let me tell you what I mean by that. I mean that being and existing in the female rap industry for some reason, I'm not sure if it was society or fans or even climate change, I don't know, but we put female rappers in a situation where millions feel that there could only be one that can be even considered good or even great. For some reason, actual rap fans, and honestly, how could you call yourself after this take, but whatever, they feel that there can only be one real legitimate queen of hip-hop. That way of thinking has caused decades of damage to this specific side of the rap industry. Nicki, I guess, is still the queen of present day hip hop, right? But years of people thinking there can only be one, nobody else, caused an unnecessary competition in this space. We never got a Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj song, Nicki or Foxy Brown, or even when Iggy Azalea was hot, running up platinum records, we never even got a collab from the two. And I feel like it was because of that mentality. Even newer female artists that are coming out in the last year or so are having trouble collaborating. I'm gonna give it time, but you see the long-lasting effect something like this can have on a generation. That's why, hate or love Drake, I give him so much credit, because this guy literally hops on anybody's track, whether you're the most hot rapper on the planet at the time, like Lil Baby, or even if you're relatively unknown. Like, looking through archives, Drake blessed so many aspiring artists like Smiley, Blockboy JB, early 21 Savage, early Fetty Wap. How many times did we see Nicki or any other female rap artist just show up on her peers' records for the sport of it and just have fun? That's why the narrative that Nicki is a hater is so widely believed, because she never, to me at least, showed actual support for young female artists in her prime. And I know a lot of criticism so far in this video was thrown at Nicki Minaj, but being at the forefront of this movement, the female rap industry, for so long and so many years, being the queen and all that, all I can say is heavy is the head that wears the crown, I guess. Nicki has seemed to be more down to work with other female artists as of late, doing records with Coi Leray, Megan Thee Stallion, and even Bia. It's honestly great and an amazing step in a productive direction on her part. You can say maybe this has come with experience and age, but honestly, I don't care where it's coming from. I'm just glad it's happening. The bottom line, and why I feel like you and a ton of people probably don't take the female rap industry seriously, is because the industry itself wasn't built under serious principles, and thus would give female rappers extremely low representation in rap and rap culture. There's a gender gap in this industry if you didn't know. When over 6.7 million fans voted on a ranking of the greatest rappers of all time, only 3 of the top 100 rappers were female artists. Not to mention, females don't write or produce enough of the music to be taken seriously on that front as well. In a USC Annenberg Inclusion Initiative study, Professor Stacey L. Smith analyzed the artists of 700 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 chart over the years to 2012 to 2018. Professor Smith uncovered that across all 7 years, 12.3% of songwriters were female, 21.7% of the artists were female, 2% of the producers were female. Most crucially, the producing side music industry has consistently lacked female representation. This male-dominated environment hinders women with a passion for music production, preventing them from reaching a high level of success and achieving their own goals. Women are shut out of 2 crucial creative roles in this music industry, roles that literally shaped this industry to what it is today. Honestly, it's a joke. Like, me reading this and telling you about this, it's crazy, because even the misrepresentation of women in rap culture doesn't even stop at the records or producing. It even goes far as awards. And I have to let this be known now. I hate award shows, every facet of award shows. But the point still remains the same. In 2019, Cardi B made history, becoming the first female rapper to earn the award of Best Rap Album. This award, I mind you, has been given out since 1996, which is wild, being that Nicki or another female rapper never won that. To each his own, I guess, but this literally shows how the rap industry is basically geared towards men. I'm gonna end this video with this. The more we add to this gender gap in hip-hop and the music industry in general, we lesser the product, in my opinion. The more we don't give flowers to actual female rappers, not models who just so happen to rap sometimes, you will continue to not take female rap seriously. If you got this far into the video, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know, and I'll see you in the next one.
Gone were the early days of the art form where boastful lyrics just dominated the landscape. A new risque form of lyricism started to emerge. Now, don't get me wrong. Misogyny has been present in hip-hop since the onset, likely because misogyny has been an ever-present facet of American life. It's just a thing. It happens. But you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find a disparaging lyric about a woman before 1995. So, I had to ask myself, what was it that shifted from, the mid-90s to the turn of the century that made the degradation of women morph from being the exception to the rule? Women have never taken anything lying down, all of us throughout history.